It's Friday, and my work table is covered in fired pottery, waiting for glaze that I don't have. So it's a digital art Friday. Quail, says the chat. It's digital art Friday. Have a lovely blank page open. Ah, yes. I picked up on Thursday. I picked up all of my bisque-fired pottery, then put it all back in the places that it was occupying when it was still drying, so that now everything is covered in bisque-fired pottery. And I thought, oh, I know what I'll do for Friday. I'll start glazing. And then I realized all of the sort of specific basic things that I did not have for glazing in my own studio, like wax, which I use for basically everything. So we're not doing that today. Turns out I don't have the right stuff at the moment, so let's put that cat cam up. So instead, we are going to wax is a brush-on masking wax. You use it to either cover glaze you've already done so that you can glaze around it without blurring it, or to cover a part of the pot that you don't want glaze on, like the foot, if you're gonna dip the whole thing, or you know, I'll use the giant goose for example. The giant goose, my plan is to not glaze the feet and bill and leave them the raw sort of red clay. So I would paint those with wax so that I can sort of just pour over another glaze that will cover the rest of it, but leave those pieces easy to wipe clean. So I can, Shep, I can link you to specific brands if you want, but it's a wax that's thinned with water basically that you can brush on, and then you wait for it to set, and then it resists wax. So what happened was late last night. I was talking to They Might Be Scientists and was like, I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. And they suggested that what the world needed was more unicorns. And I feel like they're probably correct. I'm just pulling up an old sketch file that we did. Oh yes, remember this one? I had forgotten that was the thing that happened. But so one thing that I thought we might do is sort of ink this this excellent pride sketch to sort of prepare that for like maybe a t-shirt or something. But the other thing that was suggested was a unicorn babysitting a whole bunch of baby goats. And that seems like something that's fair. So you know, those are my plans. Oops. Hit the zoom bar. Yay. Baby goat pictures. Could just be an excuse for me to convince There Might Be Scientists to send me pictures of baby goats. I mean, that could be the reason that I'm doing this, but that feels fine. That feels valid. Oh no, they're so cute. So many baby goats. I'm so jealous of your goat cuddling future. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna pull these to the some of these to the desktop here. Oh, save the image. Just don't care. Put the thank you. Put the image on the desktop. Do it. Just gonna share with you a sample of this glory. Just let you take in these very good baby goats. Just such good baby goats. So, are we gonna do I have to wiggle the picture? So are we gonna ink first or are we gonna draw first? How are we feeling? Do we want baby goat warm up? Well, how does that that translate to art? Is that yes for baby goats first? That's not to scale. Why you like this computer? Now I'm already trying. I feel it. Oh, I see what's happening. I see what I've done. Mistakes were made. There we go. Just ruined all of Photoshop. There we are. Fixed. I fixed it. It's fine. It's just baby goat shape is weird. I need some full body baby goats. Yeah, basically like that. Thanks, image search. I mean, I say that doesn't seem right, but like then I look at actual baby goats. And like, I don't know. Nope. We're just gonna take this off of the background layer and just fix that. And just put you over. Why layers? Why are you so hard? Okay. A new layer. Everything is fine. Oh, let's see. Ah, yes. Auntie Shepherd fell down a short flight of stairs the other day, which is not good. Has a bruised rib. and votes for drawing baby goats. My assumption is that all of those things are not necessarily interrelated, but who am I to say? Okay, let's watch Sarah learn how baby goats are shaped with the wrong color of pencil. So they've got little tails. And then little wee legs, but like their joints are all knobbly. Like they have hilariously large looking joints for some reason. Swatch. It's that kind of day. Yep. Let's call it unicorns and goats. Thank you, Arcraft. So yeah, they've got like sort of big knobbly joints. I should give Arcraft one of those official like labels. It should be did you save? Arcraft's a very important job is to remind me that files don't save themselves. And they've got like a big noggin and a little nose. And then ears. Neck's too long. No. Jabberwocky Pie says they saw someone on Twitter who did not realize their goat was pregnant, rather than getting fat. The surprised baby goat got named Bogo because they bought one and got one free. And Mirafora says correctly that they've not been here long, but have already decided that if they needed an adult to be responsible for something, it would be Arcraft. I feel Arcraft like you have to look at this statement based on the rest of us. It's not of the world, it's of the pool available. Just, you know. The remind me to save person. It's worth pointing out to people who have not been with us since the beginning of streaming that Arcraft has also written some extremely excellent scientific journal articles about the sheep guana. So, there's also that. Wow. Yeah, and sometimes all of us just need someone to say, "Hey, did you save the file?" So that we can go, "Yeah, of course. Why would you even ask that? Hit Control S. It's fine. Yeah, it's saved. Don't worry." Of course, I saved the. I didn't save the file. So, Arcraft, if you are sitting there at midnight on 3 hours of sleep, and you can still remind me to save, imagine how on top of it you would be with a full night's sleep. I've had, I think, almost 7.5 hours of sleep, and I'm still not totally with it. Oh, make dessert. Everyone should eat something. Eating something is good. Those blueberries were really good, y'all. You just have no idea. I bought them at the farmer's market the other day, and I had forgotten to get cash, so I had to walk to the farmer's market, back to the bank, and back to the farmer's market. And when I made a joke about it, the young man selling me the blueberries said that I would find when I ate them that they were worth it, and he was 100% correct. I mean, if it were possible, I feel like I vote that Figment's maid should make us all dessert. I don't know how that will work. This is a good goat. I'm pleased with this goat. I feel like I've drawn a baby goat that looks like a baby goat. What good is falling down some stairs if no one makes you dessert? I think the answer is falling downstairs is not good. Is possibly what's happened there. I need a goat. I need one of those pictures of baby goats standing. Oh, this is cute. We'll do this one instead. We'll do this pose. This splayed pose. And then I need one of them like standing on a very small thing with all their feet together. Let's annoy me with foreshortening. But you know when they're like very little and everything is hard and their legs are going out in every which direction. Like that. Chad has settled on how to ship dessert. I actually once did try and figure out how to ship cupcakes so that they would arrive intact, and it involved multiple cups taped together and I want to say toothpicks. It was an interesting experiment. It failed, although apparently they were still delicious. But they did not arrive fully intact. Also, yes, still want the bacon wrap dates. Still sad that I do not get bacon wrap dates. mean, I'll survive, but bacon wrap dates are so good. Baking for me is like an indulgence for when I have like all the free time in the world, because cooking and baking for me isn't fun unless I don't have to worry about time. So if I can spend the whole afternoon then I enjoy it. But if I can't, then it's just stressful. I can enjoy the process of cooking and baking as sort of like a meditative, like one thing at a time, slowly preparing thing. But my brain is bad at doing more than one thing at a time. It's just the way it is. It's not great at thinking about multiple things or keeping multiple things sort of in the front of its thought process. It's a one thing at a time kind of process. And that's not great for cooking. Mirafora says, when I bake, I mostly think about how I've never lived in a place with sufficient kitchen counters. And now that they have said that, I am thinking, oh, I have not either. It occurs to me that I have not lived in a space with sufficient kitchen counters either. And now I'm trying to think of what I would consider sufficient as a kitchen counter. Because I always have to move stuff. This counter is covered in tile because at one point someone owned this house who was a monster. So I had to buy a giant cutting board so I could roll like pie crust out without getting it into the grout. Yeah, I feel like what I want is a kitchen island, a big kitchen island that's just counter. It has no other function. It's just counter. That feels like a sufficient amount of counter. Well, let's pretend I did that properly. Just fix that in a minute. Yes, put an island. The sentence "I'm probably putting an island in my yurt" just sounds fun. Oh yeah, a kitchen island is just a stove, and the rest is counter. Also, kind of works. Basically, what I'm saying is I want a whole bunch of counter, just way more counter than is available as standard. I feel like I'm just continuously making this leg worse. No. There we go. It's that It needs that little curve. That's better. They might be scientists informs us that you can get microwaves that can be mini convection ovens. I don't know how that works, but it sounds like fun science. Therefore, I am the same. I am the sort of person that when I'm working on something, I need all of the things visible because that's the way my brain remembers that they exist. It's a little bit out of sight, out of mind. So all the tools have to be on the desk, all of the ingredients have to be on the counter. Current cat. So I'm gonna tell you. You know what the today needs? Today needs a story about cats. I'll tell you a story about my cat. My cat and his late older sister, who is not related to him in any way. First cat. And I got first cat named Ty, tiny black cat. Immediately upon graduating from college and getting an apartment where I could have pets. And she was a tiny, delicate ninja. She never knocked anything over, not once in her entire life. She could thread through a row of glass bottles on a mantel without even wobbling them. And she would occasionally just appear behind you. She would also occasionally disappear for hours and you would just not know where she was. She found a way into the ceiling and or wall of every place I ever lived. Just drop ceilings inside the walls of an old building. Just, she was that kind of cat. She was the kind of cat who would break the rules, and then when you told her to stop, look at you, start to stop, pause, look at you again, just in case you weren't going to make her, and then do it. She was a very cat, is what I'm saying. The kind of cat that wrinkled their tiny little cat nose at human food, that disappeared into the secret places of the world, and reappeared later. A ninja cat, exactly. She weighed about 5 pounds. She could ride on your shoulder. And she used to sleep on my chest. And then at some point, I had a job where I was gone all day instead of just weird retail shifts. And she did not like it. It made her very, very unhappy. And my solution to this, my really good, well thought out solution to this, was to get another cat. And that's when I got the orange monster, who is sleeping so sweetly in the little camera in the corner. And Jack was the opposite kind of cat. Jack was the kind of cat that would knock anything over, either on purpose or accidentally. He would run straight into walls. He would flail through things on mantles. He ate all of the plants. He will steal all of the human food. To the point where I put child locks on the cabinets. Friends described him as a puppy who was shaped like a cat. And First Cat did not approve. First Cat was predictably very upset with me. So upset with me that for at least a month she pretended I didn't exist. And I don't mean like she just stopped hanging out with me. I mean that she passive-aggressively shunned me. She would look at me. And then she would turn and walk over to my roommate. Just making a point. So now my house is 100% cat-proof, although it's slowly becoming less cat-proof because now the Orange Terror is 15 and doesn't do a lot of breaking of things. Yes, Figment Spade, you know what you have done. It was basically that, and it was sort of like that until I moved to a new state/house, at which point they negotiated a very complicated treaty that involved separating the house into very specific zones possessed by each individual cat. And peace generally kind of reigned. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, you. You don't care? Okay. But see, I feel like it's only been the last few years at which I've started to feel like it might be okay to not latch the highest cabinets, for example. Oh, the baby goat's got a little sweater on. Thanks, Jabberwocky Pie, for linking us that picture. Oh, also, Jack the Orange Cat used to sit on my lap when I was trying to work on stuff and pull my tools onto the floor. That was fun. Just be like sitting there and he'd be like, I will reach out and drag these pliers off the desk. And then he'd just sit there and watch them fall. Like he didn't want to chase them, he just wanted to watch them fall. He was that kind of cat. And when First Cat passed away, I was like, oh, maybe I'll get a kitten. Get a new cat, get a little young kitten. And then I met kittens and I was like, oh, I've kind of gotten used to old cats that don't break my stuff. I kind of like this. I'm kind of into this part of life where they don't knock my belongings over. This is actually so much nicer. And that's why I still only have one cat. And that's the story of how Jack the Problem Child got old enough that he just became Jack. The cat that likes hugs. So there's hope. There's hope yet. There might be scientists. Eventually. Eventually, it's possible that the breaking your stuff game will stop being fun. I mean, to be fair, Jack's always been awfully cute, so it's pretty easy to forgive him when he breaks your stuff. But now he will walk up to you and stand on you and fall sideways against you, so that you have to hug him. So, you know, cats who want hugs. I mean, it's fair. You can. I feel like possibly what happens is the older a cat gets and still gets into stuff, the more like intentional and just trolling you it is. And now you're like, oh no, you're just doing this on purpose. I see what's happened. So, I've done a page of baby goats, it seems is what's happened. Oh no, a puppy. I'm also fairly certain that First Cat had a tendency to get Jack into trouble. I have no proof of this, it just seems like it was the kind of thing where she'd benefit from the disasters he caused and then pretend to be innocent. And that's your Friday cat story. Here is a page of goats. I still need to figure out, I need to figure out the correct image search term for the exact pose I'm looking for. Baby goat balancing might be it. That's a full-grown goat. That's not a baby goat. Baby goat yoga. Then I'm just gonna get people doing yoga with baby goats. Although I guess part of that will be goats standing on people, which is helpful. Ah, here we go. Turns out you're right. Turns out baby goat standing on people doing yoga. Turns out that yes. That is that's what I was looking for. Specifically, it's no. That's a weird angle. Let's try that again. Specifically, it's that pose where their feet are like close together. try and feel like that's not quite right. Yeah, so it's this is kind of the shape. And then the little goat face. Except we're doing floppy ears, so actually it's probably like that. Yes. And I have just saved. Not to worry. So, I don't have a plan. Let's switch to let's just make it a color. Red. No, let's blue. Unicorn should be blue. And draw tiny thumbnails of ideas. Because I'm not in a place today where I can just have ideas without putting way too much thought into it. I do need a sleeping baby goat. I did a sort of a loafed baby goat, but I'm just gonna Google what I want to exist and see what happens. Sleeping baby goat pile. Well, just gonna say it. The internet has not failed me. Google search sleeping baby goat pile is straight up a thing that you can find. A bunch of. And it's adorable. It's just, which is good. Like that's what I wanted. I wanted it to exist, and it did. Adult goat pile. That sounds like it would be. This is a YouTube video. That's not an image. I just want the image. Please. Thank you. Oh, someone woke all those baby goats up. They're all looking at the camera. That's not helpful. Why would you wake all of the baby goats up? Oh, this is a top-notch goat pile right here. They're not necessarily asleep, all of them, but they've formed a tower. Just a pile of goat. Just look at this one. He's at the bottom. It's covered by so many other goats. Hey, Shayana Serene. I'm glad that you got home in time to see a baby goat pile. So, okay. I need a good disgruntled unicorn pose. So, So let's see, let's see. That's a weird text, Jeremy dear. Some days Google image search is confusing. Okay, I'm going with my first instinct. I had forgotten that there was a track named Danger Noodle, which is great. Oh, no adult sheep piles, but that would be so fuzzy. So okay. I'm thinking that what we need is just gonna try to remember how I designed the unicorns. Thumbnails. And what are we gonna do with the face? Where's that gonna go? Is it back this way? I think it's back this way. Yep. Google. Oh, Mirafora Googled grumpy horse, but just got a bunch of show ponies giving epic side eye. Well, so full unicorn disclosure is that the unicorns that I draw are based on deer for the most part. Deer and goats. Started off with mule deer, and got some goats added in. This leg does not work. And I draw this unicorn that's just grumpy all of the time. So I'm just gonna figure out goat to unicorn scale here. So like that size. Quail in space. What has happened? Oh, Honeycomb saw some footage of quails in actual space. What? And yes, Mirafora, that I agree. That is, I feel like that is more how medieval unicorns were. I feel like they were more deer and goat than horse. Somebody, but somebody has to explain. Somebody has to explain. Somebody explain the quails in space. What happened, chat? Why are there quails in space? Oh yeah, the rectangular pupils is the herbivore eye. And then of course there's like a pile of baby goats, like here. and there's going to be one. Oops. Space quail. Oh, there's a YouTube video. Somebody watched the YouTube video and explain space quails. You know what? Now I'll just watch the. Oh, I can't watch the YouTube video because. Oh wait, I'll turn off the audio. It'll be fine. There. This is gonna break the stream, isn't it? Oh, that is just a quail in space. Okay. That's oh dear. That is a confused baby quail. It's a confused baby quail with no gravity. Oh, and while I was doing that, I broke the file. Fix the file, move the unicorn, because there should just be baby goat leap. Just the right kind of. I need a baby goat that's in a very specific part of the goat arc, the goat leap arc. I need the not the springing up, but the there-ish. This bit. So and smaller. So he's just leaped, leapt, not leaped. He's just leapt off. And there's just one who's trying to get up here. And then there's another one here. That's this one. There's one here who wants attention. I isn't getting it. And I don't know, one here who's being jumped over. And is chewing on his tail. Yes, that's the plan. Oh, good. I didn't even look at the chat, and the Might Be Scientist said that one baby needs to be chewing on something it shouldn't, and I did that while I was not reading. It's chewing on the unicorn's tail. So that's kind of a plan. We'll expand that to take up some space. And this baby goat. And this baby goat. coming along to the new layer. To become part of the new. The new design. Let's get there. Oops. No, don't. No. No. This is the one chewing on the tail. Oh, Shep, I don't have a final design for Grim yet. I just gave you a cartoon doodle. It's not ready. So I did not expect to see a video of confused baby quail in space today. But that's a fun surprise. Just gonna see if we can't add some detail to the unicorn here. I mean, yeah, of course you needed me to see it. It's baby quails in space. Like, how often is that a thing that you can say, hey, by the way? I'm not great at iterating live. I have a tendency to go with the first thing I try. It's how I say words while I draw, is by not thinking. It's the compromise that I've made. Is that yeah, but concept art is all about thinking. That's its entire purpose. Oh, unicorn, how did I? You've got fluff there. Good. That feels like it works. Catapult. A catapult eating the rich. What does the rich look like? Because it kind of is just like the Monopoly dude. In, I don't know, a suit, right? I mean, unless you want a really clear caricature of Jeff Bezos. In which case, that's a whole other ballgame. I don't think I've actually, I'm just trying to, because I've worked on a series of animations where there's a sort of an evil corporate character. So that we're not gonna draw guillotines. It's not. Nope. But feel like what I've drawn. Wait, a catapult has a Oh, let's talk about catapults versus trebuchets in the context of eating the rich. One has a counterweight, right? And like a I don't know. It's true. If you become a patron at the quail level, you can just make demands. I don't know. I don't think I'm drawing a catapult or a trebuchet. I did not look them up. Considering the practicality of it. So now I too am like, could you create a trebuchet type system that launches once the weight is set? Okay, this has gone dark, and that's fair. It's been quite a 3 months. Just gonna put this on a layer that is over here. But that eat the rich. But that is that. Oh, good. Hannah knows. All trebuchet are catapults, but not all catapults are trebuchet. Good. But then, what, pray tell, is the deciding factor? Am I correct? Am I correct in remembering it being a counterweight? Is that the thing that? Somebody's just getting heaved in the background. Did we say? Yeah, it's still. Don't you worry. It's there. It's fine. Just got back to the unicorn because, happy unicorns. Some of us need joy. That's what I'm saying. Along with our sort of angry socialism. You need a balance. A counterbalance, if you will. A catapult is basically using a plastic spoon to flick things at people, but on a really large scale, is the clearest explanation of a catapult I think I've ever come across. And my mod Hanicomb says, my favorite trebuchet, because I'm the kind of person who has a favorite trebuchet, is King Philip Augustus's, quote, the evil neighbor, end quote. So there's a thing for y'all to Google. Hannah's favorite trebuchet. History is weird and full of strange people naming their trebuchets. Friday tea time. Come for the unicorns, stay for the very specific medieval history. Ooh, a comparison to God's own catapult. Well, what does God catapult? They might be scientists. Had to do a high school assignment where they had to hit the target consistently with marshmallows after building their own trebuchet. God eats the rich. Fair enough. That's, yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. I feel like this unicorn might just be, like, maybe he's, I think I need to make him a little bit less annoyed. I think that's a little bit better. It's just a little, he looked a little too angry at baby goats. I mean, like, you can't be that angry at baby goats. They're baby goats. Oh, if only there was a video of that. The dog kept trying to fling herself between the trebuchet and the target so she could get the marshmallows. And that just sounds like like a glorious dog game. Like just the happiest dog in the whole world. Baby goats en masse can be very annoying. That is fair. I just didn't want him. I didn't want him to look like he was gonna murder them with his very sharp horn. Just wanted it to look a little bit more. Why are you still here? As opposed to. I will make you pay. You know, just a little bit. A little bit more tired babysitter. Oh dear. Shayana Serene had to make bridges where the tension was tested with toothpicks. Now, I'm seeing the gaps in my education. We did not have to do that. We did not have to build anything. But I mean, that's not that surprising. We also didn't learn about evolution in high school biology, so you know, it was the olden days. Auntie Shepherd says somewhere there's a picture of me the year I had to bottle raise 9 baby goats. I'm cuddling a tiny, adorable baby goat, and 2 more are climbing on me, and I look like I am on the verge of murder. Well, as we know, Scruffy Unicorn is basically Shep's unicorn. So, it makes sense. Hannah built a tower out of marshmallows and spaghetti. Confusing? had a UX made up, which is even more confusing, but it explains a lot about how bad UX tends to be. But to be honest, like, oh, is that what you're doing with your time? Well, that explains it then. I'm just gonna save this file again. Ooh, overpriced leadership training also does that exercise. So, here's a thing that I have always, I'm just gonna glance at baby goats. I really like this one. I really want him to find a place to live. In this, maybe there's two goats. Maybe there's two goats up here. Oh, hang on. Aha. Oh. I've hit Q, which ruins everything. Aha. Aha, two goats. This one is even more annoying. I've solved the problem. Just got to catch up with chat because now I'm invested in this weird building things training exercise. Let's scroll up for a minute here. It's supposed to symbolize synergy, y'all, says Hanacom. Auntie Shepherd has too strong an ethical base to make money doing leadership exercises involving sheep. They might be scientists, had fun because they left them mostly unsupervised with a hot glue gun. Mirafora says that they got mad because my friend who was in my group and his dude wasn't listening to me and was having bad ideas, and I'm extremely competitive. I mean, there was a dude in my group who was not listening to me and having bad ideas is like the story of everyone's career. Yeah, in school it's a legit interesting exercise. Chat is advocating for leadership training involving goats and sheep, goats and sheep. Hannah has pinpointed another problem group member, the group member, and I admit that I have a tendency to be that group member, who's the one who goes, guys, we need to plan, and then screws it up. That's my part of any of a group. Sheep hate strangers and goats try to mug them for food, so you know. Requiring HR managers to try herding sheep for a day. That would be a valuable lesson. It's true. Good. I've caught up with the I've accidentally highlighted all of chat and I don't know how. I'm gonna try and undo it. Good. There, everything's fine. I've caught back up. We can go back to drawing goats. That's the layer I made for goats. Good. We can return to our regularly scheduled goats. Now that I've caught up. I'm looking for a better jumping goat reference. So, I don't know how we ended up with leadership. Oh right, building bridges with toothpicks got us here. Who knew? Who knew what a slippery slope? Toothpick bridges and marshmallow trebuchets were. Positive attitude. the little finger pointing directly into her mouth. MusicBot's been nice to us today. I don't know what's happened. It's been surprisingly positive. See, okay, so here's the trick with the channel emotes, is that I think that I can only have one that's like the free first level unlock for the channel points. So I don't know if I can actually do one that everybody can use, because I don't know if it's possible to set it to let you unlock Hannah, do you have multiple emotes for your subscribers? Because I could possibly answer this theoretical question based on your channel. Because it only ever offers me one Margot to unlock when I go to unlock a random emote on your channel. No, it's yeah, I don't know if it's possible to make it. Okay, so I don't know if there's a setting that will let you use your channel points for it, or if anything beyond that first emote is only for subscribers, a thing that I'd sort of discourage people from doing because of the Patreon, which is better for me financially. Yeah, Prime does give people subscriptions, so there's that. I don't know why I'm doing voices today. I don't know what's happened. But just gonna keep going with it. Right, well, we sort of get $2.50, but I think that you have to, because I don't think Twitch has ever given me money. That's it. It's quite the thing. I'm not sure, Hannah, does it pay out when it hits cumulative $100 after multiple months, or does it only pay out, Or does it only pay out month, like, ever if you get $100, if you hit $100 a month? Yeah, it's the Mr. Natural voice. I don't know, it seems like a good baby goat voice. It's a little bit Midwestern, but not really. I will investigate, friends. Well, okay, so one day, all of your Prime subscriptions will finally give me $100, it turns out. Aha! Aha! I will investigate, friends, and see if I can give you all of the emotes. Because yeah, then we could have the quail and the scruffy unit. Like we've got so many channel specific characters. That it seems only fair. It's oh, why is it like this? Twitch. Why does Twitch want money? Oh, that's okay. Fair enough. I get why Twitch is like this. Yeah, basically, Amazon has made it so that ideally they never have to actually pay anyone any money. That's their goal. Yeah, right. Everything else is automatic, and it. I mean, to be fair, it's essentially the metaphor of capitalism. If you're paying them, it's autopay. If they're paying you, you have to renew it every month. That's just how it goes. Yeah, you'd think that it would just automatically renew. But no. It does not want to have to give you money, and if you forget, it won't have to give anybody money. You'll have forgotten to assign it a value, and they can ignore it. How fun is that? Just the kind of thing that they like. Not having to deal with it. Baby goat. Yes, that little one is complaining to the unicorn. Ah, yes. Would you like it to renew? Well, then you're gonna have to pay us real money. Of course it is. Of course it's only the free Prime subscription that you have to do, like, every month. Yeah, if you're a Prime member, you get a single free subscription every month from Amazon Prime. And then you bestow it upon the streamer of your choice. But yeah, that's the other thing, is that frankly, guys, it's actually more helpful if you pay me the real money on Patreon. First of all, because I can get you real quantifiable content, like specific to you content. But also because it's not all tied up in Twitch's weird system that way. But you can give me your free Prime subscription. And that's fine. Oh yes, they want to be able to connect the accounts for data mining. Because, of course. Yeah, it's not... Basically, you guys, Twitch isn't great for getting paid. But if you join the Patreon, you can just demand that I draw. I mean, you can kind of demand that I draw things already, but if you're a patron, I can't be like, no. I drew bouncy sheep. I drew yeah. I'd have to spend like way more time on eating the rich. Basically, I'd have to really put thought into it and research trebuchets. As you do. Oh, that's a good baby goat. Just gonna grab some other baby goat photos quickly. But yeah, I'll investigate all of the rules. Speaking of bad UI, Twitch, not the greatest UI the world has ever known. I'm afraid. It's true. There was Auntie Shepherd got a whole self-portrait tableau with the scruffy unicorn and a goat and a sheep and a spear and a pile of skulls and some quail. And I've done a Belgian draft horse, and I've done what? Oh, a goat Cthulhu god. The pun name I gave it, of which I forget. He's breathing fire. He's chewing on the tail. You can clarify. Oops, that's not the eraser. That's not the layer that I want to erase. Haha. There's the unicorn layer. What has happened? And then you can just there. Fixed. Sheep quantum modes are a legit reason to subscribe. Thank you, Hannah. I'm glad that they are well loved. Where's the goat? I need my goat layer back. Let's look at some goats. Goats. Oops. Goats. So many goats. Oh, and there was a whole page of really weird ones. I do Margot for Hannah a lot, just for fun. I missed the Boba Tea sheep guana and the basket sheep guana as well. Those were really good ones. Yeah, what else? Oh, Quail Thulu. Quail Thulu is the product of a sketch request. Oh, and that one medieval illumination where the dude is just like talking frogs out his mouth. I forgot that one. Pride fan sheep guana is pretty solid though. To be fair, it's true. Oh, that's it. It's a false prophet. Of course it is. Also on Patreon, you're gonna get photos of some fired pottery later today, and that'll be fun. What else? What else was? Oh, this was a request. A request for a startled quail, and then Margot ripping out a feather. Just now, I'm just looking at old sketches. It's true. It's true. Don't ever think that I don't absolutely give Hannah weird things to draw whenever possible. Bat Church is amazing. If you weren't here on Wednesday when we invaded Hannah's stream and just she was like, I'm gonna draw some fun illumination stuff, and we were like, no, you're gonna draw bats. You're gonna draw bats and only bats, and we're gonna invent a whole story. That's what's gonna happen. And it is what happened. No regrets. So yes, I'm perfectly capable of having my revenge. Anything weird that Hannah suggests I draw, she knows that it will come back to her on her stream later. Well, Auntie Shepherd asks, can someone carry me downstairs so I can smoke? I know that my lower back isn't up for that. Even if I was there. I feel like those back legs are incorrect. I feel like somehow this specific goat is a little bit wrong. I probably shouldn't be on this layer, now that I'm realizing where I am in this drawing. There we go. The things I didn't realize I was missing. Long distance telekinesis. Wow, music bot. In the darkened rain. It's feeling your pain, Shep. It's this baby goat is too fat. Never too fat. We can go back to, maybe he's just a little bit fluffier than, maybe it's just fluff. Yeah, it's I'm trying to deal with scale here. Oops. That was, what did I just, there we go. Tim Curry. Can Tim Curry pop out of the earth in the background? What? What? Oh, there's a pile of goats here that I haven't dealt with yet. Ah, it's a reference to the movie Legend, where Tim Curry is extreme. Right. I've caught up. What? Yes, we all watch Legend again. Now we've just. Oh, get to know nature. Hello, welcome. Right. It's time to address the goat pile. Ah, there's my files. Let's see if we can try to tidy up my massive pile of image search here. Just gonna clean up my second screen. There we go. Well, since Get to Know Nature could not see what was happening. Oops. Accidentally minimized all of the screens. There we go. This is what was happening. It's so I'm just gonna try to figure out I have so anytime I've seen sort of images of people doing yoga, goat yoga, I'm always like, it looks painful. That looks. I bet those bits are sharp. I don't think I want a goat on my back. Feels like it would be uncomfortable. Not like, you know, the just not ideal. Yeah, there's all the little sharp pointy bits. Little sharp hooves. Auntie Shepherd says, "Yeah, you could not pay me to do goat yoga," which, yeah, it sounds very uncomfortable. Just why? You know, why? Why would you like to do a complicated exercise while also being stepped on? Just doesn't sound like fun. And I don't know, maybe the sharp pointy part is supposed to help somehow? Mm. I don't know. Just as uncomfortable as this looks. There we go. Stress. Yeah, I know, Music Bot. I know. Okay. There we go. Music Bot was doing so well earlier. But it's someone's rump here is the bottom of the goat pile. Oh, but you need to be your own layer. And I feel like both of you need to be bigger to match the scale we have already established. And man. And I have to deal with this leg and oops, nope, zoom back in. Too far. With this leg and where it's going. A thing which I didn't really plan. I kind of let that be a future problem. And now it is the present. What do they look like when they fold them under? Well, they kind of come back up right about here. We'll just put that there and hope that no one notices. Yeah, that's it's a thought, isn't it? I'm like, I could just have another baby goat and have it not be a problem. I think what I do need though is another there. Good. Another baby goat. Oh, maybe this one. This is a nice little goat. Sort of turned. Looking up. And then he can be a little bit bigger. There we go. Baby goat added. Yay, the dates and bacon are done. Our craft can eat. There. More oh, that's right. I forgot the far background baby goat. Oh, baby goat pictures that they might be scientists sent me. Let's look at those again. Oh, so fuzzy. That's the picture I was looking for. Just this picture right here. This little goat looking at the camera. Maybe he's just jumped off. You know, as baby goats do. No. Wrong button. Man, little Little sharp goat feet. That seems okay. If you were a baby goat and you were trying to climb onto a unicorn, where would your feet go? Good night, Auntie Shepherd. I hope that you sleep through the bruised rib pain. Yes, tweet the baby goats. So it has to be like the whole joint, basically. Because he's trying to get up there. There we go. This baby goat. This one. No. Not the sketch. This still feels too small. There we go. And then just a puddle of unicorn tail. Covered in cats. I mean, at least it's making itself feel better. There we go. It's pretty much sketched in. I feel like it's pretty solid. Again, we go back to we were gonna work on figuring this out for a t-shirt. We've got this to ink. It's 5:14, which is late for me to take a break, but I'm out of tea and I'm starting to get the throat scratchiness that you get when you talk for multiple hours without anything to drink. So, lest I keep doing the Mr. Natural voice. Get you saved. And I'm going to take a very quick break just to refill my tea. Instead of just a really short. They might be scientists. There is no origin for Mr. Natural. Mr. Natural is the name of a brush. And one day I just said Mr. Natural when I selected it. Yeah, well, the origin of the accent. Yeah, it's like a Midwest. It's like a Midwest accent. But I'm not great at a Midwest accent, so it's like a Midwest accent, like flavored with my natural, rural East Tennessee accent. So it's a little bit wobbly. But I don't know, something about Mr. Natural, just it just calls for kind of a Midwestern accent. Mr. Natural. And that's where that came from. Oh, good. Thank you. I'm glad that you think my accent is not that bad. Oh, Warsh. Right? Yeah, that's that you add an R where it does not belong. Yeah. Anyway, Mr. Natural. Mr. Natural's from Wisconsin. I don't know why, but But that's what happened, and it's coming up today a lot for some reason, and I don't have an explanation. Did MusicBot just crash? MusicBot just crashed. It crashed and it didn't even tell me. Oh, now it's told me. We'll reopen. I'm going on break. We need MusicBot music. I'm gonna take a break to make more tea here. Where's my break time image? Uh-oh, MusicBot, did you? Oh, open. There it goes. It's all good. Fixed it. Okay. Break time. Just need more beverage to continue speaking out loud. I will be back in a few minutes. I promise not to try to do an Australian accent. See you shortly. The music got very quiet. I don't know if you can hear it. I can barely hear it. And yes, Miraphora, that's how I show I care. By making sure that you can see the baby goats. Ah, yes. Hannah Gadsby has a new Netflix special that you should all watch. Today's tea is just Earl Grey. I'm gonna tweak my music settings. I think that the music got too quiet for my settings. Today's tea is New Me Earl Grey. New Me being a Bay Area company. So, you know. But yeah, you should all watch Hannah Gadsby's new special, Douglas. It's quite funny. Hey y'all can just ask me to turn the music up, because the music that I hear is not the same as the audio that you hear. Short of opening my own stream and turning up the audio, I'm controlling my audio and your audio separately. So I actually don't know how loud MusicBot is for you. I'm trying to gauge based on essentially the visual cue of the audio, green to yellow to red bar. Because I can just turn the music up. I've always had that power. I keep it quite low, because I don't want to have the balance be super bad. But if you can't hear it, I've always had the power to make it louder. This whole time, the power was mine. Huh, somehow I've missed a goat. But there's the rich being catapulted. Ah, I see what's happened. The goat was not with the party. Just there, by the power of Grayskull. Oh, the break banner is still on. Sorry, I got distracted by adjusting the audio. Thank you. I would have noticed eventually, but I cover my OBS output pretty regularly at this point with reference images, including pictures of goats. But yeah, if at any point you want the music turned up, you can just holler about it, and I have the power to make that happen. Because basically I'm guessing, and then when no one complains, assuming I was correct. You know. Like you do. Look, everyone, it's Mr. Natural. One of my favorite brushes. It's true. The most entertaining part of MusicBot is the titles in chat. That is a fair point. Gotta be careful with this pupil. It one little octopus there. Ah, yes, Kyle. For those who may not use Photoshop, who haven't sold their souls to Adobe, Kyle makes the best brushes. Everyone knows that Kyle makes the best brushes. It's just true. It's just a fact about Kyle. I have my favorites, but yeah, to be fair, I use a couple of my own, but almost beyond that, almost exclusively, I find myself most often drawing with Photoshop brushes that were designed by Kyle. All my favorite inking brushes. The sort of big textured gouache sort of brush that I use to paint birds pretty regularly. The watercolor brushes that I use for sort of little washes and things. All of that is by Kyle. So, you know, shout out to Kyle, who makes the best Photoshop brush tools. Highly recommend, even though I do have to have like a whole cheat sheet to remember what all of them do. Baby goat. Shouting. That did not work. For whatever reason. That's better. So let's see. Besides demanding that you all go watch Hannah Gadsby's new Netflix special, how's things? I mean, I know it's a lot. Kind of a loaded question at this point, asking how's things. But hey, I hope you're all okay. Hope you're all holding up and managing. Oh yeah, I am also envious of the power of the haircut. I am to the point now where I should just pomade my hair into sort of a line decker gentleman's shirt advertisement style. Hard part slicked firmly back. A very turn of the past century. Ah. Boo-hoo, Shanna Serene. People not wearing masks. Wear masks, everyone. Wear masks. Masks are protecting you and your friends. Wear them. It sort of says something that when asked to do like the simplest thing to help like protect your neighbors, people are like, no, I don't want it, you can't make me. Just, I mean, come on, y'all. The Maskless Our Legion does sound very ominous. Like that's definitely the next storyline in the zombie apocalypse that I've been pretending to exist in order to give context to the anxiety I feel whenever I go outside. It's on the next season. The Maskless. Yeah, that's all. And like you're like, well, you've tried, but do I say something? Do I say, hey, like you're wearing that mask wrong? Or the people that wear their masks walking down the street, but like on their chin. You're just like, I feel like you've missed the point. Like letter of the law, but not the intent, I guess. I don't know. Just yeah, right. It's not a beard net. It's that's not what it's for. What I have found oddly frustrating about having to wear a mask everywhere is that I don't really like talking to people that much during my daily tasks if I don't have to. Not a fan of awkward casual small talk with strangers. But with a mask on, you can't just smile at someone. They can't see you. So like the unnecessarily firm head nod has replaced. Smiling at people. Yeah, it's bit of a hot mess out there, it turns out. Oh, there are already people blaming Specs in the protest Shanna's raid. That's already a thing that's happening. Never mind that it's too early for that, and the spikes that we see now are definitely about reopening your states. Never mind that. Why would we care about that when we could blame it on Antifa? Well, we've gotten... Now, I know I asked, but we've gone a little bleak while we've drawn these baby goats. But look at these nice sleeping baby goats. Look at how sweet they are. Oh no, Arcraft. Arcraft says that the nice thing about wearing masks is that I could read my Twitter feed on the train without people getting worried because I'm grinning like a lunatic. Yes. There are benefits. It is true. Just so many good baby goats. Such excellent sleeping baby goats. Where did I put the one baby goat I now need? There it is. There it is. Oh dear. So I hope you're all wearing masks and staying safe. It's apparently a difficult thing for some people to do. Can't imagine why they have such trouble with the idea. But not us. We're perfectly capable of wearing masks. Oh yeah, it's solid. It's solid for disrupting both facial recognition and IDs. a Star Wars one. Very nice. Star Wars mask. Get to know Nature's mom made them all really nice ones. I made my family masks. I was the one who had elastic just around. So I sent all of my family members masks that were okay constructed. Not gonna claim they were amazing, but they did the job. Goat noses. They still very, our craft at work, they still very earnestly check the ID photo against your masked face. Oh. They care about security. They're trying. But it's not easy when everyone's got their faces covered. I will say that I was not previously aware of how much I require cafes to sit in. Oh man. It has been hard without being able to just go somewhere that is not my house and sit in it for a significant period of time. Turns out that's how I deal with artist block. So, that's been interesting. Well, thanks for sharing a photo of you in the mask that you made, Shanna Serene. That is solidly plague mask. Yeah, I mean, I work from home, so I'm sort of like, that's fine, right? I've got that system down. It's just business as usual, except that before I could leave just at random and go somewhere else at any point. And now it requires planning. And when I get there, I can't just sit down and have a cup of tea in a place that's not my house. Also, the beach. I miss the beach. For a while they were all closed. I think they might be opening back up now, but there are, people there. Yeah, just being able to sit in a cafe and sketch and work on stuff in an environment that is not my house is extremely helpful to the autistic process. I don't know why I said autistic like that, but whatever. The autistic process. Yeah, and the beach, man. The beach is just a really nice place to be. It's very relaxing and calming. Except when anybody else there could carry the plague. Then it's a little bit less relaxing. The sound of the waves, it's good and I miss it. Someday. Someday we'll get to go back. Yeah, the wind in your face. The chilly fog rolling in, because of course this is Northern California. So, you know. It's a very specific kind of beach. But also, it is a kind of beach that I love. Yes, the sand under your toes. Oh, our craft. We need to get you to the beach more often. I have no idea where you are in Germany. I assume far from the beach. But, yeah, the ocean. Oh. Our craft lives close to the geometric center of the EU. Well. So probably pretty far from a beach then. Now that I think about it, I expect Germany doesn't have too many beaches worth sitting at, save very specific times of year. Oh no, Miraphor is a terrible swimmer. Oh no. Yeah, I just feel like the Baltic Sea seems cold. But maybe my impression is incorrect. I mean, even a cold beach has a season. But But it feels like maybe a shorter one. Or I am completely wrong. Oh, but Oregon has fun beaches. It has a lot of cool rock formations and stuff. Fair enough. It's also probably, yeah, what you're used to. Because, well, Florida beaches are lovely. Florida itself is an unfairly hot state. Like, the weather is just not ideal ever. $90 and 100% humidity is not, it's just not a great look. Oh, chatbot, you can say dikes. It's fine. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Bot moderator. I've added the permitted term, dikes. That's right. We can all say dikes in chat now. Because look, I don't know when it got co-opted, but there's not actually another word for that. So. The wall that prevents the water from flooding the land. Yes, they might be scientists take a long weekend and drive to the beach. Do it. There we go. We'll just have to replace all the words that chatbot doesn't like with their German variations. I mean, it's all about context, right? But I mean, it's fine. It's fine, chatbot. It's fine. No one's confused about the meaning here. All right. That's some inked unicorn and sheep babies. What? What has happened? Chat. Parrot. Wait, chatbot. I just allowed that to happen. Why you like that? What has happened? Come back, chat. Chat did not like Dikes and beaches sound like a fun vacation. But also, weirdly, and I'm a little bit offended by this, chat moderator bot flagged gay bar. And I'm a little bit annoyed because that's just a fun place with a rainbow sign. So, but yeah, no, I think it was a good joke. They might be scientists. It just took me a minute to like read through the little flag text and be like, but what? No. You don't get to ban the words gay bar from a chat. I mean, I can see it flagging dykes as a thing to be like, people do kind of throw that at women. But gay bar is just a gay bar. I don't think you can insult me with gay bar. It's not really a thing. Just, I don't know. Got a little feisty there. Moderator robot. Oh, it flagged the whole term gay bar, not just gay. Yeah, that's why it was weird. Yeah, we're trying to figure out why the chat moderator robot doesn't think the phrase gay bar should be allowed. It auto flagged it, and I was like, why? What happened? What do you think is going on here, moderator robot? In what context are you concerned about our use of the term gay bar? Is that helping? It's not. And yes, and Rcraft, it started because Rcraft was talking about walls preventing the land from flooding. And it was like, I don't know, is that okay? And then the joke carried on, and I guess we just offended poor moderator robot sensibilities. We just upset it a little, I guess. I don't know. We hurt its little feelings. I mean, it is a robot, so it will also, like, sometimes flag things that it thinks are, like, spelled close enough to slurs. You know, in case you were trying to be insulting, but you're bad at typing, I guess. Which, you know, is fine. Well, that was a mistake. It was all on one layer. Let's try that again. In a way that doesn't break everything. You know what? I don't like this brush either for what I'm doing. What do I need? No. I just want some contrast. I just want to. That's better. I just want the little goats to stand out in front of the unicorn. Since I used kind of thick lines for everything. Just want a quick wash. Just give the baby goats a quick wash. So yeah, anyway, I don't know what was up with that thing, but I can yelling one but I have the power to tell chat moderator robot what to do. So don't you worry. In the end, all choices are mine. Just I was unclear on its protests there. Seemed a little much. I mean, if you think about it, if you've only just recently learned how loud a noise you can make, I bet it's pretty fun to just scream. I bet it feels like, look what I can do. How cool is that? I have not yet read the Twisted Ones. It's, horror is too subjective, so I can't tell if I'll like it. Is what's happened. So, someday I'll find out. I guess now you're gonna have to watch me erase a lot of this wash. I'm sorry. I realize that's not that exciting, but we're nearly done, and it'll look nice. Like, see how nice it looks now that they stand out. See, they might be scientists. What you have described is a thing that I don't want. I don't want to. I don't actually want to be afraid. It turns out. Yeah, exactly. That sounds too scary. But at the same time, I don't find any of her other work horrifying. The things that people are like, but there are so many severed heads and like horrifying, like stitched together corpse monsters, and I'm like, it's fine. So that's why I'm like, I don't know. I can't tell if it's actually going to be horror that I find scary, or if it's fine. I just don't know. They might be scientists, says I turn to eldritch horror as a coping mechanism. That is quite the coping mechanism. I do not. I turn to genre romance, where all of the main characters are hilariously woke, no matter what the time and place is, as my coping mechanism. Okay, I mean that's fair. I definitely can't cope with things like true crime. But yeah, I guess mostly I don't find eldritch horror scary. Yeah, that's a bit much. I don't want to be so scared I throw my reading device across the room. So yeah, long story short, haven't read that one, which seems fair because I don't like horror and I never read it. would rather read fluffy romance novels, thanks. Or murder mysteries. Murder mysteries are fun. Because, you know, the murder always gets solved. Which is always reassuring. If possibly I can have some romance with my murder mystery, that would be ideal. That's just because about halfway through I'll have figured out the murder mystery, because storytelling has rules. So then you can help me deal with just waiting for the end with romance. Oops. And that will be nice. Well, we did not, in fact, ink our pride unicorns. So I'll just have to do that another time. Maybe we'll do it on Monday. I don't know. Maybe I'll come up with something else to do on Monday. I have some stuff that I need to do. I want to prep stuff for t-shirts for y'all, and I also want to work on the go back to the original plan I had many moons ago to do some enamel pins with the unicorns. I had a couple of unicorn pins basically designed. I need to do clean vector versions. But then there was a pandemic that started in the land where pins are made. So I thought maybe it wasn't the time. But the pins have always been on the table. The pins were always going to happen. It just I have friends who get pins made regularly. And early pandemic days, pin production was not going well. It seemed like possibly there was no rush. The world is going through some stuff right now. And I wanted to let them catch up. Yeah, I don't have a really good quail pin idea yet. I think the sheep guana pin would probably just be a version of the emote, because it's just really adorable and a good, concise pose. Oh, quail jaskier is a pretty solid choice. Or just or quailodin. We could make a quailodin pin. We could do all bird. So much bird D&D. Although bird D&D is one of those things that's weirdly specific. I say, as if a judgmental Potu pin. Yes. I like how I'm like, nah, bird D&D awfully specific, ignoring that sheep guana is a wholly invented creature that lives only in this stream and Twitter. It lives on Twitter. Oops. But yeah, quailodin, sheep guana. There's some general pin ideas around. But first, because it's just a really good idea, is the nope unicorn. Almost finished with the cleaning up of the wash. So close. Just the last bit. Okay. good. Nice, they might be scientists. So there we are. Oh, let's make sure that I need to make sure all the little eyes have highlights. Oops. There we go. Did the thing! Oh, sure. I can send you that picture. I will put it on Twitter as well. And then, of course, patrons get the high resolution version that you can print out and color, or color digitally, or just play with. Just do what you want. Careful, yes, careful birthday. So today we've done a unicorn and a pile of baby goats. That's what's happened. Just as a reminder of what we are talking about when I talk about pins, let me see if I can find the pin. Ah, there we go. We've got Nope Unicorn. And then there's also the fuck off unicorn. Because although I try hard not to curse in my streams, you know, sometimes you need an angrier unicorn. Just some days. Some days nope is not enough. So this is the general Nope unicorn pin design. It's the unicorn, the little Nope banner, angry unicorn. It needs to be cleaned up, but that's the general idea. And I like it. I think it is a good design. I also wanted to make the wine in a ball mason jar pin. But for copyright and trademark purposes, it has been pointed out to me that is probably not okay. So no mason jars. But yes, Nope Unicorn pin is on the horizon, as are t-shirts. Gonna try and tidy this up, make it a good strong graphic t-shirt for Pride Month. Yeah, right, Mirafora? The ball jar full of wine, like the mason jar full of wine, it would have been perfect. But also, trademark violation. But it's okay, because Nope Unicorn is better. Just an angry unicorn that says no is pretty much a thing that everybody needs. Like this unicorn covered in goats. Thing that everybody needs. I think that's going to wrap us up. I don't have a whole lot of additional business besides that. Just, I know that you're all already my patrons, but we'll just do I have a Patreon, you can join it. Wrap up. If you give me $5 a month, you too can demand that I draw a unicorn covered in goats. If you join at $10, I will mail you a thing. In fact, if you join at $10 this week, you'll get a thing next week, because next week is the next quarterly print mailing. And this time, everybody also gets postcards. And the postcards will be of the anger and the anxiety illustrations that we did earlier. Yeah, Mirafora, I do quarterly based on quarterly taxes, because it's easy to remember. So this is the quarterly. Next week is quarterly tax week. So it's also actually it might already. Where are we? Yeah, no, I'm correct. Monday is quarterly tax day. So yeah. So next week is the quarterly print mailing with bonus postcards. So if you were wanting to bump up your Patreon support, if you were thinking I want to print, you can do that. This next few days, you'll get your print next week. It's a 5x7 print. It'll ship in a hard mailer, so like a little cardboard envelope. So it should be good. I think it'll ship in a little cardboard envelope. I hope that it fits. The postcard should fit. Anyway, one way or another, maybe it'll be a big cardboard envelope, but you'll get it in the mail. And I haven't decided which it'll be yet, so it'll be a surprise. I did offer to let people choose, but no one wanted to. I guess people like surprises. So it'll be a surprise, and I haven't decided which surprise it will be. We will see. But I promise it will not be the PO2 again. And I hope you guys have a good weekend. I'll see you on Monday for Monday stream, which I think I need to rename. I don't know, shelter in place, maybe kind of waning. What do we Monday catchy name that I haven't thought yet. Where we'll do some more art. And I do promise that next Friday we actually will do pottery. By then I will have sorted all of the fired pottery and dealt with all of the things. And we will actually do pottery. Until then, stay safe. Black Lives Matter, abolish the police. Be annoyed at your local governments. You have the power to demand they change things in your hometown. And when you need support, this unicorn covered in baby goats will be there for you. Take care, have a good weekend, and I will see you later. I still need a closing screen. Oh well. Bye!